So again, here's a tree growing in the pile from the dump. So that's one way to help date stuff. Here's some piñons growing in the base where they were digging, presumably along a vein. Here's the back face. Kind of looks sedimentary almost, how it's kind of jumbled in here. So maybe if there's a vein or something that's below here. So this top matter is not very interesting. Sometimes they'll throw stuff to the sides. And so if you're looking for what they were looking for, then the sides are the place to check. And they dug a bit, but again, doesn't look like they mined it. Looks exploratory, prospecting. Pretty hazy today. Okay. I have been further back in here by way of the established trail, and there are some better workings further into the mountains, and it's sort of as the crow flies the direction that these prospects are all in. So it could be that they worked it down low, tried to get in high up on the mountain here, couldn't get anything good, and as it dips back on the back side of this knob here, maybe the mountain is naturally dug out low enough they got into some better stuff, because the ore further back in looks like the real deal. Not so much here. So this is definitely old trail coming up. How can you tell? Well, there's the slope, sort of. You know, the swale, they call it. But then also, if you look here, folks, you know, this is signs of old cutting on the tree, right? That's not a nature snap, that's chops. And it's right along this trail configuration here, which looks like it splits. Game trail at least goes up. Don't know if the man-made one did, but this trail is going somewhere. Might even have switched back right here. And so you could walk this trail out and see if you could find debris and stuff. And that almost looks like a dump up through the woods there. Let's check it out. You know, eventually you do this long enough and you do find goodies and interesting things. A lot of times gold mines don't have much interesting in them mineral specimen wise, but silver mines and stuff can. So this is interesting. Don't know if this came rolling down the hill or somebody put it there. I think somebody put it there because and recently, right? This is a new tree. So somebody marking something or just having fun. Now see this rock looks like water has eroded it a whole bunch. So kind of place you start looking for caves almost. This is not a dump, it's just a weird outcrop. So now, unfortunately, I see another marker up there. Beer can in a tree, so between that little rock and that beer can up there, that's sort of unfortunately making me think marijuana grow or something else, modern of course, that might not want to get into, so just have to be a little slow here. This rock almost looks like there was a spring. That bug just crawled out of that hole. This rock almost looks like there was a spring here for a long time, and this is built up. And look at this. See that tree's coming up out of there? Did that rock material get deposited? Seems too recent. That tree's too young to have that be the case. It must have just grown up out of that hole. But this has real springy feel to it because of the nature of the rock. Oh, sure enough. Okay, well, I guess I'm not totally stupid. here's a spring. Well, that's good to know, actually. Could be real pretty water. I live near here, and this would be why if someone was going to do a grow, they'd do a grow up in here. That's a bummer, because this is also the kind of place where you might find some signs of old activity. I mean, in particular, I can see a chopped stump right through there. So if you were mining up here and living up here, this would be a nice little kind of flat knob to hang out on, have your camp, have some water, be up above the traffic down below. But I guess here's some rose hips. These are actually good to eat. Vitamin C. They're getting okay to eat dry too. Don't have to eat them fresh. I got these little seeds inside. So, see, those little seeds. And, you know, it's edible. So, cool. Okay, so a spring. It's been here a long time. Obviously, because you can see this rock has deposited itself slowly. Dissolved in the water, gets out in the air, dehydrates, and away it goes. Yeah, see that beer can back there? Oh, it's actually Dr. Pepper, and it's older, so we'll just be careful and look for tripwires, basically. Don't see a lot of present activity in here, and heck, marijuana is legal now in this state, so shouldn't be too much motivation to come this far out to do it. Don't know if that's a little bit of ruse toxicondra. I guess, I hope it's not, because that poison oak stuff, really annoying. It's not fun to get, put it that way. So this is pretty cool. We found some springs. Water is life. So I hear it looks like maybe they dug on it. Or it's just the hillside. No, they dug on it. So there's a... Well, so, I mean, this could partially be an old mine, or they just dug it out to get better water. There shouldn't have been enough natural flow to floosh it out like that. You can hear it dripping a little. That's nice. Okay, let's keep on pioneering here. It's pretty cool to find a little spring. See what else we got up in these hills here. It's good to make a little noise for the animals. So there's another chopped, and that's old. You know, 100 years old. 50. I mean, this spring is the interesting feature. It might be cool to see some rocks up there that look interesting. Let's check it out. We'll go the roundabout way. Oh, game trail going up. It's going to go up above where I want to get. All right, well, lots of fun here. Yeah. It just looks like natural ridge coming in. Different rocks. That's just kind of interesting from a distance. Now it just looks thick. Well, the game trail, they knew what they're doing. I guess we'll go into this. Don't want to go back downhill after gaining all that gravity. These dead branches off here and reduce some of this fire ladder. You know, and stuff's supposed to burn naturally. It'll, you know, have little fires, and it'll burn that fire ladder stuff up real fast, poof, and not catch the main trees on fire. But with wrong kind of forest management. Of course, that stuff just gets let sit and sit and sit. And then when it finally burns, it's out of control and it burns everything down to the ground. Nature's got to start over with all the ugly scrub and all that kind of stuff, and burn a ton more times before you get back to the nicer forest. I mean, we're halfway between knee-high forest here, but still forest. Be a good place to find some petroglyphs, stashes, you know, stuff like that. Oop, watch my camera. Hidey holes. Goody gonzos. So now I'm committed. I gotta go. Sticks up there. There you go. There's another can over there. Could have fell off the tree. Whew. All right. Another can. Of course, it's modern, but could mean something.